Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Just loving and battle rap right now, enjoying these announcements that's been dropping from King of the Dot and TBL and everything like that.
I'm trying to go back to the culture, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
It's a lot going on out here. It's you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
High profile back and forths and people fighting and league drama. We just trying to take it back to the essence. 3. You know the era we from, bro.
Absolutely,
you know
absolutely.
Trying to take it back.
How did King of the Dot and TBL decide to get together? How did this work? Obviously, Boston. You think of Boston, you're probably the first prominent name that comes in. Shout out to 40, shout out to Excel, Chirac, everybody from New England area, Couture also. But you're, top dog when we think of Boston. How did this come together though, man?
This was one of my ideas, man. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to Organic. Man, this must have been, I want to say January or February of this year. And I was just like, yo, do you have a plan of like ever bringing Massacre back? You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's been about 5 years. The last Massacre I think we had was when I battled Real Deal for the title.
Damn.
And that was right before the pandemic. 3, you know what I'm saying? I was like 2019. I was before my URL run. And so I was like, yo, man, you have any plans of ever bringing it back? And he was like, yeah. He was like, eventually we want to get to it, but Nakaya, shout out to Nakaya, the father of Massacres, was kind of taking care of business right now at home, doing his own thing. So Organic was basically like, yeah, I want to bring it back, but I'm just not sure what that looks like. So I spoke with my partner Kenny Black at TBL.
Okay.
And we put together some ideas, put together a budget. We came back to Organic and King of the Dot and said, look, we got an idea of what this card can look like. We got an idea of how impactful it can be. Let's sit at the table and figure out the specifics, and let's get this going. So we sat down for maybe 2 or 3 meetings and just went over everything, figured out the matchups we wanted, and then from there it was off to the races. I literally been reaching out to people 3 since like the end of February.
So you've been reaching out to people saying, what's your calendar looking like for all
this? Like, what's your, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your number? What's your, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting with me because I'm still a battle rapper. I'm an active battle rapper. And so, I think there's still a little bit of hesitancy because battle rappers don't necessarily want to deal with me from a business standpoint. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time.
Why is that?
I think it's just a business thing. Like, I think it's just like a, battle rappers I think for the most part, like to keep their prices under wraps, right? They don't necessarily want other battle rappers knowing what they charge or knowing what they get paid. You know what I'm saying? And I totally get it. On the flip side of things, I have a great relationship with most battle rappers in the culture. There's not a lot of, I don't have a lot of issues. I don't have a lot of tension when it comes to people in the culture. So I am able to, reach out and extend a hand, even if I say, okay, well, talk to my business partner about pricing or whatever. Like I'm able to get in contact with most people and give them an idea of the matchups that we want. And a lot of things for this card 3 just kind of fell into place, man. Obviously, we got the first 4 matchups out as of now. Big K, Tay Roc, myself, T-Rex, Gotti, Marv 1, and then we just announced Frack versus John, which is another battle with history and a storyline to it.
Yes.
These battles just kind of worked out, man. You know what I'm saying? Big K and Rock was like, a lot of things had to go right for that battle to end up.
Listen, let's go ahead. Let's get to the shits. Are you shocked that Roc decided to cross over to King of the Dot? We shocked. Because years ago, let's be honest, 6 years ago, we're not having this conversation. Let's be honest.
Facts. Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Was it the time that Smack was on stage for Concede and Eclipse? I remember those days. And it was like, damn, Smack is on stage for Khan and Charlie Clips. That was just dope to see.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
facts. As far as Roc, what I will say is Roc and me, am I talking to Roc, right? And you know what I'll say is over the past 2 years, I've gotten a chance to work with Roc a lot. When you look at Tay Roc versus Jay Soulja, it's happening on the TBL channel. When you look at Tay Roc versus Real Deal, No Entourage, you know, me and Kenny Black had a big hand in that as well. Earlier this year, Tay Roc versus Yogi, we had like a light bars tournament. People competed for the opportunity to battle with Roc. So, you know, me and Roc and Kenny have been working together a lot, just kind of putting together different situations and you know, helping putting certain things in motion. And so, and talking with Roc, he was never against going to King of the Dot. He was never like anti King of the Dot, especially over the last 2 years. I think it was a situation of figuring out the right situation and then also not interfering with other battles he has scheduled, right? He has Jazz the Rapper scheduled for Kings versus Queens. I don't know if there's a date on that yet, but obviously, like, there's no interference here for that battle, and so it makes sense. But in the past, a lot of times there's scheduling conflicts where it's like, yeah, we could have got Roc on this card, but he has this other battle he got to focus on. And, you know, obviously this year he's outside a little more. I feel like he's one of the front runners for Champion of the Year, personally.
Agree.
So yeah, man, I'm glad that we were able to get everything situated with those two guys. You know what I'm saying? There's a huge history there. This is probably one of the bigger matchups this year, right next to Left and Nitty. And I'm just as excited for it as everybody else, man. Like behind the scenes, like I'm super amped for that.
Let me go right quick. So to Tay Roc and Big K right quick, right?
Yeah.
Tay Roc making his King of the Dot debut, right? He's already solidified. Some people got his brothers Mount Rushmore and everything like that. But I would say this. Yes, he battled on UW, right? But it's dope for me. I think he battled Arsenal on UW. Remember, he showed me right.
Yep, he battled Arsenal on UW. I want to say he also battled Sharon over there as well after.
Sharon too.
Yeah.
But King of the Dot to be as long as they've been here, right? And even though RB in the mix also, right? For him to touch one of those stages before he wraps it up, I think that's very dope for his resume. He solidified. Listen, it doesn't change anything, Chilla, right? But I just think it's dope for him to touch one of those prominent stages.
100%. 100%. I mean, you know how I am, bro. Like when it comes to touching different platforms, yes, like
you're probably
that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. So I definitely agree as one of the GOATs, as one of the greatest to ever do it in this battle rap culture.
Right.
Finally getting a chance to see Tay Roc on a King of the Dot card, especially of a matchup of this magnitude.
Yes.
I think is huge for his resume. And there's not many things left, I would imagine, is on his bucket list. But this is probably definitely one of them, right? Like, you know, getting a chance to be on King of the Dot. And, you know, as far as some of the other matchups, me and Rex.
Yes, let's talk to you and Rex. Let's go. You and Rex.
That's a
battle I've never listened for all the years I've been covering this sport, watching battle rap. I've never said, and I've covered your whole career since Cash and down, right? Just think, I've never said that be like that. I said, yeah, I want to see Chilla battle this person. Yeah, Chilla Danny, Chilla, okay, Chilla, okay. Chilla and T-Rex has never crossed my bingo card where I'm like, I want to see that battle. And I feel there's mixed emotions with that battle, but sometimes mixed emotions could be like, damn, we didn't expect that battle to do what it do. You know what I mean?
I love those.
What do you feel about the battle?
I love those. You know, for me, you know, Rex is another person that behind the scenes from a business standpoint, like I've gotten a chance to work with Rex a little bit behind the scenes, and you know what I'm saying, like this is a matchup that we both want. We're both very competitive. We both like to talk our shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Rex has been one of the most consistent from era to era. Been outside when everybody else was taking breaks.
He's in my Rushmore, sir. He's in my personal.
He's in mine too. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this matchup for me is a big deal, because when you look at my lineage on Massacre, from Conceited to Ilmac, Iron Solomon, to title match, like when it comes to Massacre, it's only legends. It's only legends on my, you know what I'm saying, on my wall. So you know, Rex makes sense from that standpoint. And then for Rex, I don't think there's a lot of matchups out here left for him that will motivate him.
Okay.
Rex wants me dead. I could for sure. He wants me dead. Just and not for nothing. Just from a competitive standpoint. Okay. We be talking our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we be going back and forth. So I know I got under his skin. So he's gonna show up. I'm confident he's gonna show up prime Rex.
All right. I see people are saying the schemes versus the drug talk, and how does those two conversations mesh and make it do what it do? Is that fair to make that? Like we're gonna have a full battle of schemes and a full battle of drugs?
What I would say, three, to those people is, I think they need to do a little research on me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Go watch me at Arsenal. Go watch me in Jonai. Like go and watch some of the battles where there was less scheming, there was more punching, there was higher aggression, higher intensity, higher energy. Like I know what I'm getting into with a battle with Rex. I know what he brings to the table. I know what he does really well. Like I say this every time I go into these matchups. I got a big file cabinet with everybody's folder in that bitch. Every time I get locked in with somebody, it's just like Batman. I pull out the file. Okay, this is their strengths. This is their weaknesses. This is what they do well. This is the last thing they did of notice. Okay, cool. This is how to defeat them. Okay, cool. And then I get to work. You know what I'm saying? Like this gonna be the same thing, man. It's gonna be the same thing, man.
What's your record versus Dotmall, real quick? I'm gonna get his Shine, Real Deal, Daylight, and now Rex. Dotmall affiliates. I'm talking about.
If we're being technical,
yes,
Shine is a body.
Yes, I got you being Shine. Yes.
Technically, I lost twice to Real Deal.
Yes, technically you did, sir.
Judges' decisions.
One of them was kind of
yeah. Me and Daylight.
Classic.
You can go whatever way you want to go with that.
Yeah,
that's an all-time classic.
You got one a bit of dialogue.
I won, but you know, you can go whatever way you want to go with that. So I would say at the worst, I'm probably like 2-2.
Okay.
I feel like I won. You know, I feel like I beat Real Deal in Boston. I feel like I understand him winning in Oakland.
Yeah,
I feel like a better shot.
Give him Oakland one.
I'm cool with that. But I feel like I won the one in Boston. If you ask me, I beat Shine. I beat Deal the first. Oh, I battled Deal 3 times. I beat Deal the first 2 times.
You battled 3 times now.
And I beat Daylight, and I lost to Real Deal in Oakland. If you ask me, I'm 4-1. But you know,
right.
Maybe 3-2 at worst. 3-2 at worst.
So your last battle was against.
Man, so I've done like some 1-rounders this year. So I had a battle against a kid from New England named Lockhart. Shout out to Lockhart. I had a battle before that at the Nino Strong event, same event that Rock battled Yogi against my boy Ant Keith. Salute to Ant. My last battle on like a major platform or a big platform was, I think, Vixen.
Yes, Vixen.
On the Riot, and then just before that was Klutz on URL last July and September. I want to say so, almost a year.
Okay, what's your take on the Vixen battle?
I hated that venue, bro.
That's what all the noise in the background and shit.
Yeah, it was just a lot to fight through. Vixen did a thing. Shout out to Vixen. I mean, I feel like I won 2-1. I know the consensus is that she won. I'm not. That's cool. Like I said, she did a thing. There was a discrepancy in the time of the round. She came in 3-minute rounds. I came in 2-minute rounds. So that has a lot to do with it as well. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, shout out Vixen. She did a thing. She had a lot of fire material in that battle as well. She did really well. So I'm cool chalking that up as a loss. But I do think I kicked Klutz ass. So
hold on. Say what was the Klutz battle? Because I think what you've done to Klutz now is you started off a wave of people coming at him in that third round the way you did.
Yes, sir.
I think after that, a lot of people has really dipped into your sauce, my guy. And,
for sure. Listen. It's been happening for years, 3. When I crack the code and I figure out how to go at somebody, then that becomes the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? That becomes the blueprint. So I'm used to it, but yeah, like I think the most exciting part for me, 3, is like I haven't battled on King of the Dot in 5 years.
Jesus, man.
And this is a platform where I've battled Real Deal 3 times, Disaster, Conceited, Daylight, Iron Solomon, Arcane, Mac,
yes, Head Ice,
Joe Nye, Ice,
yes, Dialect, 100 Bullets.
You know what I'm saying? Like my lineage on King of the Dot
Arcade
goes back far. My resume on King of the Dot is impeccable. And I haven't been there since 2019. So it's like,
wow.
It feels good not only to be back on King of the Dot, not only to be back on Massacre, but to then be battling somebody who's on my Mount Rushmore and a lot of people's Mount Rushmores. It's a perfect situation for me.
He's only battled twice on there, right? Holohan and Caustic, right?
Holohan in Canada. He battled Caustic out west.
And yeah, that's it.
I think that's it. Oh no, nah. I'm thinking Big K, but Big K was grind time.
That's Disaster.
That was GTX. That wasn't King of the Dot. So yeah, I think Rex has only battled twice on King of the Dot that I remember.
Okay. So what do you think about Rex's last 2 battles though? Chess and Big K.
I thought he was good at both those battles. I think I had him edging Chess, and I think I had Big K winning over Rex.
Me too. I had it the same way.
But both were good versions of Rex. I liked Rex a lot in both of those battles, and that was part of what made me say, man, if he shows up in that form, we can have one. We can have something. We can have something really, really dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna go in there and do. So as long as he do his half of the classic, we in good shape.
Do you feel a way that the quote unquote the street guys are saying Rex will beat you or want him to beat you because they say they like the shit he says, the raps about?
No, they supposed to. The question is can I make them admit that he lost? That's the fun for me. Can I do enough to make them say, yo, I prefer Rex as a battler, but Chilla was wild. Because I felt like that was the same fight I had with Shine. You know what I'm saying? Like people like Shine's delivery, people like his energy, people like the way he performs. I have to do something to take all that away from him and force people to be like, yo, Shine didn't look like Shine. You know what I'm saying? And now the challenge is for me to do that with Rex. This is not a small room. This is gonna be at a spot called Centro, which is like a nightclub spot. Holds about 600 people, maybe a little more. It's gonna be pit style, but it's definitely not a small room.
But it's pit style, all right.
But it's pit style. Yeah, we're doing it pit style.
Makes sense.
But it's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of people in there. There's gonna be a lot of crowd control necessary to be able to get busy in there. So, I'm looking forward to the challenge, man. Like I said, him being on my Mount Rushmore, like that's extra motivation for me to kind of get in my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Do people, guys like you and Big K, who's frequently battle on King of the Dot and battle in front of the crowd and stuff like that? Because I heard people having a conversation about the crowd, right? And I heard some people say the reason why they're picking Big K to beat Tay Roc was because of the crowd and everything like that. That he might not be able to adapt to that crowd. How much merit are you putting behind that, though, of being a reason that the crowd gravitate towards, you and not to Rex and them because they street rappers, quote unquote, that I might not pan over to that crowd? You feel that way?
I don't. Okay. You know, the King of the Dot crowd, in my opinion, is the fairest crowd you can find. Right? They don't have a lot of biases. They don't have a lot of like premeditated things that they like or that they don't like. Like they literally embrace all different styles. You look at somebody like Head Ice, who was King of the Dot.
Ice is flourished.
Clearly, they love what he does. And you look at somebody like Disaster. You look at somebody like Ilmac. You look at somebody like myself. You look at somebody like Cortez, who's had great success on that platform. Like they like what they like. Like you just got to be dope. I would be shocked if that crowd did not go crazy for Roc. I would be shocked. At Roc's debut on King of the Dot, I would be shocked if there was any type of bias or any type of like feeling where the crowd was like, nah, we here for Big K. Like, nah, they there to see the battle of the year. And I think they're gonna give that type of energy to that kind of battle. That's why I think it's the perfect spot. You know what I'm saying? Because if it happens on, let's say RB,
neutral grounds. This is neutral grounds. You can't pick
totally neutral. That's what I'm saying. This was the absolute best place for this battle to be happening.
It don't gotta be RB in the blue room with RB crowd. He don't gotta go to URL and feel uncomfortable and everything like that. We are neutral ground. Even though some people say Big K still his second home might be King of the Dot.
I mean, I feel that, but I know the crowd is gonna be so fair that you're not going to be able to watch that battle and tell that Big K has battled on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
However many times he's battled, they're going to give it up equally to whatever's dope. They like what they like. And I think all these battles, even the ones we haven't announced yet, are going to go over really well.
Well, are you going to get gas in the room because you're in front of Lawrence, Massachusetts, sir? Are you going to? Is the gas station going to be there for you? Because you at the crib?
I mean, Again, you looking at the guy who lost his chain in front of that crowd.
That's a fact. That's a judge battle, sir. That's a judge battle, sir. That's a judge battle.
You're right. Okay. But I say that to say, the energy in the room, I think might have leaned a little toward me, but I think all in all they were pretty fair. And with Rex being who he is. And to my knowledge, Rex has never battled in New England.
Wow.
That's going to be a big part of some of these battles as well, because a lot of these battle rappers, like K's been on Massacres, obviously, but like Rex has never battled, to my knowledge. Well, he battled QB in Connecticut. He's never battled in Massachusetts. right? He's never battled in Boston or anywhere near Boston. John, to my knowledge, has never battled in Boston or anywhere near Boston. Same with Frack. Like a lot, like this crowd outside of people that might be flying in from other places, but the local crowd,
right?
They're gonna get to see a lot of battlers on this card that they've never seen live. Even if they've been on King of the Dot a bunch of times, even if they've been, regardless of their experience, they're gonna get to see a lot of people that they've only gotten to see on YouTube.
Right.
So, while that Lawrence crowd might rock with me and might be super familiar with me, the first time Rex slams his hat.
You say might be familiar with you, sir. Is that what you said? Might be. Is that
what they know me. It's just, this is
might be.
This is my shit, Reed. But
yeah, sir.
But the first time Rex slams his cap,
yeah.
Go crazy.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like so it is what it is. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a fair fight. I can't wait.
2-day event, right?
2-day event. We got Saturday the 24th, Sunday the 25th. We will be announcing the full card and the full day lineups in about a week.
Okay.
So, everybody will know what battles are on what day and plan accordingly. But
Tay Roc, Big K, you got Chilla, Rex, you got a legend in Marv, you got 3-time champion Geechee Gotti. You know what I'm saying? So you got John Jones right now. Frack is dangerous,
boy. Frack is dangerous, boy.
That's my man A-Ward. He'll tell you. Danny Myers, they'll tell you Frackavelli is for real.
Frack is dangerous, man. From Excel, Award,
yes,
to SoulCon,
yes, him and SoulCon.
Frack is that boy, man. Like,
listen, John is my guy, but
Frack is bulletproof, bro.
Yo, Frack could get John. John John's not gonna see the thing about John. He knows what Frack brings to the table, though.
He always knows what he up against. That's why I like that battle, bro. Man, they both strategists and they both handlers, bro.
Angles, these niggas are gonna be wild.
It's gonna be crazy. But when I tell you 3, there's like
I heard about one of them. I'm not gonna say I heard about one of them that I can't wait when it gets announced though.
It's probably like 8 more joints. That's crazy. Like there's like 8 more joints, 3 that's gonna make people be like, what? That battle is on this card too. Like, I don't think there's gonna be a better event this year, man. Or on paper, right. Let me not jinx nothing. On paper, this the event of the year. It's the event of the year. Long as everything goes according to plan, it's the event of the year.
Hey, Geechee, you go in there sleep if you want on Marv 1. Go in there sleep if you want to on Marv. Go in there sleep on Marv if you want to, Geech, and go through the motions, brother. Okay.
When Marv, listen.
Marv had a great year last year, son. Marv had a dope year last year.
Marv had an incredible year last year. Even though I think he was number 20 on the list.
Yeah, he was on the list last year.
You could argue he should have been higher. And I know there are certain matchups this year that he wanted. Shout out to Av. Him and Av was a really good battle that happened earlier this year.
Av was a goodie.
And this is another one that I know Marv wanted, and this is one that I know Geechee wanted as well. So originally we were gonna make this happen on TBL later this year.
Okay.
And when we sat with King of the Dot, it was like, oh, we like that idea. I said, okay, well we could, we can bring it over here if y'all wanna, you know what I'm saying, if y'all like it. So we ended up bringing it to King of the Dot, which I think it's definitely a more worthy platform. You know what I'm saying, in terms of exposure and notoriety, like Geechee and Marv for the performances I believe they'll have. It should be on a stage like this. It should be on a platform like this. It should be on a card like this. You know what I'm saying? So,
listen, I know you can't disclose any names, but Pass gotta be on here. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Bass gotta be, Ilmac gotta be. And certain people. I mean, if you want to sprinkle Carl the Deems in there also, the Saurus in there, of course. Where Mike P at, man? What else? Can Mike P got to play? Mike P was sitting out. Him and Mike P battled the Saurus last year. What? Mad Flex? Oh, absolutely. Can Mad Flex play on this card? I rock with Mad Flex and Jada Nightwing was a dope ass battle last year.
One of my favorite battles last year.
That shit was fire, son.
One of my favorite battles last year, for sure.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? A Ward too. I want to see Ward get on here too. Ilmac, of course. I'm always gonna ride with Ilmac.
Listen, what I tell you, Threed, is it's like 8 or 9 battles a day. Just keep that in mind.
Did y'all have Iron Solomon?
We'll see.
Listen, I had Iron on my show 2 weeks ago, right? A week and a half ago. And when he spoke about your battle with him, he spoke about that shit in such a high praise, yo. That the battle y'all had, classical.
Yeah. No, I watched that interview actually.
Yeah, you know.
That was a really good interview, and you know, all of the praise that Iron extended, man, it goes right back, man. Obviously, Iron is a legend in this culture. He's one of the most humble, one of the most down to earth. You know, he's somebody that I actually met at the first Massacre when I battled Conceited. He told me that day, he said, "Yo, I think you and JC are terrifying, but I want to battle y'all both." And
he did.
3-4 years later,
he did, right?
His word, and he ended up battling us both. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even after that, man, Iron's been at Pendulum Inc. Iron's been a big supporter of all of that stuff as well.
That's my guy.
You know, Iron is a super solid individual, man. Much love to Iron Solomon, for real.
What else we got? We got John Frack. We got, you know, I still can't believe how y'all pull it off. Good Lord, man.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. So what I will say is, we got, I think we have another announcement maybe tomorrow. And then I think we have another announcement Saturday. And then I think we got the full card on like Monday or Tuesday.
So how do you guys decide who's going to battle what card? Like, all you guys, the matches that we have right now, is it safe to say all those matches will be on the first card or second card? How's this work? We're going to sprinkle it around.
Oh no, it's spread out. Each one is strategically placed. Each one is strategically placed. The 4 battles that have been announced, you can say are the main events and co-main events. However, there are other battles on this card that are worthy of that same status because of the names involved or because of the history maybe involved. And so although these are like your official main events, co-main events, you're going to see a lot of battles from this point forward, from the announcements and from the full card release, that you're like, oh, that could have been a co-main. Oh, that could have been a co-main. Oh, that could have been a co-main. And it just so happened that because we're in Boston and because of certain things, like these just happen to be the ones. But if this card was happening in a different place,
right,
there might be 1 or 2 of these other battles that could have easily slid in to be main or co-main. That's how heavy these battles are. Like the first 5 or 6 on each day are crazy.
Any females on the card?
Absolutely. I would never leave out the women.
I know. I just gotta make sure. I know you hold out the girls, Chirac and all that. You know what I mean? That's my sister. That's my sister right there. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Absolutely. Bonnie, of course. Bonnie's a bit of frequent on King of the Dot. If you know, you know.
Yeah, Bonnie go crazy. Gabby go crazy as well.
Aaron God has got a classic on King of the Dot. You know, if I never saw that, go watch that, please. You think what I'm saying?
Definitely got the ladies involved. Some really good battles for them as well.
40
really good battles. 40 my sister, man. If I can get her involved, she's involved. She got a busy schedule though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got a lot of things going on, but we'll see.
Are we gonna see new faces that's besides Tay Roc, obviously, right? Are we gonna see other faces that's never touched this King of the Dot before that we're like, wow?
Absolutely.
See, that's
Absolutely.
That's what I be like, man.
You're gonna see at least I want to say it's 5 debuts.
5 debuts. Is that including Roc? So 4, or is that including Roc also?
That's including Roc.
Roc, dang! So they got 5 niggas about to make the King of the Dot debut. That's dope. That's dope.
Or ladies. Or ladies.
Shout out to the ladies also. Shout out to the ladies also. And everything, man. Have people all right? So let me ask you a question. How does this work? When battle rappers see that you guys are having a card in Boston, are you guys getting calls also? Like, yo, how can I get on this card?
Heavy. Yeah. And I wish I could accommodate. Like if you knew all the calls that I was getting and all the man, I wish I had a bigger budget.
Wow.
I wish I had a bigger budget. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is, if you remember earlier this year we had a conversation about the money drying up in battle rap, right?
Yes, sir. We did have a conversation. Yes, sir. We did, sir.
Okay. Just take a look at this card. just take a look at this card, right?
Cost some bread.
and
Cost some bread.
Just look at it and then ask yourself like, oh damn, if Chilla could step in and do this,
right?
How come other
Listen, I'm gonna throw it out here. Y'all might as well book if y'all can neutral grounds, because I think both of these other individuals, this battle needs to happen on neutral grounds. Easy and Roc.
I don't know. I don't know if Roc wants that battle.
I think Easy wants it more than Roc, by far.
Easy definitely wants that battle. I think, like, in speaking of Roc, and I can't speak for him, but just in conversations I've had with Roc, I feel like that's like that's a real life situation. Like for him, it's realer than like
battle.
Like they would have to have. I feel like they would have to have a real life conversation and come to like a real life resolution before a battle could even take place. That's my feeling on it. And again, I can't speak for Roc, but just in conversations I've had with Tay Roc, that's the feeling that I get.
Does it seem more personal with Roc then? Do you feel that way? It's deeper than rap? Is it like one of those things?
I think it is. Again, I can't speak for him, but I think it is.
Me too.
And I think that's justified for him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of matchups that we have in mind for future events. But we also try not to look past this. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to focus on this event and make sure this event is everything that it can be. Mm-hmm. Once the battles happen, once everybody's back home, once the smoke clears, once everybody's paid out and everything is good, like then we can kind of plot the next move. But I think we got 1 or 2 matchups that we are in a perfect world that we would spin the block and do another card
this year.
Probably early next year.
Okay, so this is the last card for King of the Dot for the year. You guys that you know of?
No, I think King of the Dot has more plans. I don't know if King of the Dot and TPL are going to be collaborating again this year.
Okay,
I think you can probably count on the collaboration to happen on upcoming Massacre events.
Okay,
but I don't know if King of the Dot and TBL are going to collaborate on future events, but I'm pretty sure Organic has got some stuff up his sleeve for the fall.
Okay, dope. Come
And
on,
I'll definitely be in the building for it if he does.
all 3 rounds, right? Everybody's 3 rounds. What we doing?
Everybody's 3 rounds. We don't do 1 round on TBL, baby.
Okay, I know. I just make sure. I gotta put it out there. You know what I mean, and everything like that, man.
Yeah. I know.
Are you excited? Are you excited for the writing process for Rex? How's that been going?
I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited. No offense, no shade on, anybody I've battled recently or any battles that I've had maybe over the past year or so, but honestly, 3, like, this is probably the first battle since Tay Roc that I have been overly motivated for.
Really? Even T-Rex, a person that no matter what he does, he's still solidified. He might, the hand speed might not be the same anymore, but it's still Rex, right? It's still Rex.
It's still Rex. I think Rex is still a show, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, after Tay Roc, I battled Chaos, I battled EK.
Yes.
Serious Mike. Klutz Vixen, maybe one or 2 other people, some small league stuff, but like, this is kind of like the first battle where I feel like going into it, I feel like an underdog.
Really?
I feel like an underdog.
I got you in the battle too.
I'm sure a lot of people do, but I've also seen a ton of
son. I'll be real with you. A lot of niggas got Rex.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I haven't seen this much of that since Roc. I didn't see it with Serious. I didn't see it with Chaos. I didn't see it with Klutz. I didn't see it with Vixen. Like, I haven't seen this much of like people not picking me in a battle since Tay Roc. And so that has me kind of in a different bag where it's like, oh, okay.
People still love Rex, man. People still love Rex.
I listen.
That's what it is.
I get it because I Rex is Rex, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I that's why I booked him. That's why he's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think people may just have forgotten what I do. That's all. That's all. I'm just a king of the dot, former champion. I'm just
I'm just former champion of the year. Former champion of the year.
That's all there, man. That's all fluke stuff, all by accident. I just happen to be there at the right time. 3, you know what I'm saying? Whatever people like to say,
Right.
So they might just need a reminder. I'm here for it.
Have you thought about? Has iBattle ever reached out to you, Lex? Did they reach out to you at all?
Yeah, I battled Fibo.
Yeah, I know you battle over there, but I'm saying frequently. Have they called you frequently to come back over there?
Lex actually called me. I want to say it was May or June. Yeah, he calls me usually 2 or 3 times a year with offers. I'm not always able to do it. The Fibo joint I was able to do. I think that was when I think Roc couldn't make it, and we had maybe a week to prepare or a few days to prepare. Okay. I stepped in to do it. Before that, I battled. Was it Dunch? I think it was Dunch. That was in maybe 2018, 2017, 2018. But I've gotten calls. I've gotten calls for a lot of his new talent. He's got a lot of dope new talent over there.
I like Los Preem, my guy over there.
Preem is fire. Nakim the Prophet's fire. Dexter is dope. Homeschool obviously. Bebo, Appa, CJA. He's got a ton of talent over there. Now my guy Nasa McMahon is over there.
Nasa McMahon, that's my guy. We always go back and forth on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, I rock with Nasa heavy, man. He's super, super talented. But yeah, man, shout out to Lex and everything he's doing over at iBattle, man. iBattle's the development of the battle is over there, man. It's incredible. It's incredible.
All right. My brother, we're definitely gonna talk. I can't wait, man. 2-day event, pay-per-view, right?
There will be a pay-per-view absolutely available. One price for both days.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's nice and affordable. You can grab it. I think it's gonna be a VOD as well. Yes, I think the tickets at KOTDTV.com. KOTDTV.com. You can get tickets for individual days. You can get 2-day passes, whatever you're looking for, or you can get the pay-per-view from there as well.
Okay. Chill Town, I appreciate you, my brother, as always, brother. Peace and love, man.
Always. Love, bro.
All right, man. Shut up.